important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
On first down, Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Play action. It's Fields. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They snap it to Fields.
He's going to let it go again. And Incomplete on the deep ball. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. The Lance going to throw. This will be caught at Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Working from the gun, Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Fields on 1st down. He dumps it off to Drake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. 46 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Niners 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much.
In trouble here. Down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Eric Armstead able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Running from the shotgun with Dre.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time getting the sack.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once it threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On play action, Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, Fields. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Chicago. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On third down, they're going to go with the option. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 44 yards away. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take it.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief, that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they get a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Draw play here. Lance hands to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Off of play action. Here's Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next the score, Niners 28, Bears 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 13 yards remaining on second down. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he'll get this up over the 25 and the 26. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they are going for it. Fields. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Santos with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Lance and company going on 4th down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And got his man complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, his second sack of the night.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're going to go. It's Fields. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Flushed out right. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have all but booked their ticket to the NFC Championship game next weekend, and they'll look to finish things off here now in this fourth quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Lance to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, it's Fields. Steps away to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Ball at a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now a handoff for Drake. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Bears on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Drake. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Fields. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Bears 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
140 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mostert. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 30. 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On first down, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing.